Hey everybody. I just hit like a point of my life that I was just like unhappy with my body. I just wasn't like comfortable in my like skin. I would just see myself in clothing and just be like, oh, I don't look good. I don't look nice. You know, just like numerous things. So I was like, okay, you need to like, you need to decide what you want to do. So I did a lot of research. I looked at a lot of lifestyle changes and everything. So in the beginning, I had started I believe it was like a high protein, low carb diet. I tried my best to stay on it. It just wasn't working for me. I just didn't like it. It just didn't work for my lifestyle. So then a friend of mine, who I follow, she started keto, and she was like, she would post all the time and everything, and I would see just like such amazing results and everything, and I'm like, you know what? What's the hurt in trying? Like, if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, and then I find something else. So initially, I was a little bit skeptical because I had read so many negative things about it, so I was a little bit hesitant on trying it. But I knew that there wasn't anything for me to lose. So, disclaimer before anybody comes for me, this is my decision and my choice. And if it didn't work for you, that's you. Everybody's different. Everybody's journey is different. What may work for me may not work for you. I'm not a health nutritionist, a dietitian. I am not none of these things. All I am doing is informing people that have asked me, and I have been telling them that I would post a video instead of just like writing, because it's a lot of information to take on, and for you to grasp everything is kind of hard. So, once again, for the keto police or the health police or whatever, just stay in your lane and don't worry. If you don't like the video, just get off of the video. That's all I can tell you. So, I started in about January or February, one or the other. And initially I had started, and it was like extremely easy for me because the fasting worked out so good for me, because I was never a breakfast eater. So I would always eat like midday, 2, 3 o'clock. A lot of the questions that I would get is, what do you eat? I know that a lot of people have this misconception about keto, thinking that you literally drink coffee with butter in it, or like a stack of bacon, or all. No, that's not the case. I personally don't. I know have seen people that do that. I do a lot of fasting. So before, in the beginning, I would normally do 18 to 24 hours of fasting. Now that I'm very like involved in it and dedicated to it, I now do like 3-day fastings. I know a lot of people are gonna already like, oh my freaking God, how are you starving yourself? How are you? Guys, it's not, I'm not even joking. It literally helped my anxiety from like all the way up here to like down here. I was so bad with anxiety. A lot of things were going on in my life. And doing a 3-day fast literally just, it gave me mental clarity. I also wasn't miserable. I was energized. I felt amazing, better than I've ever felt before. So I do 3-day fasting. And then I also go to the gym 5 days a week. So that helps as well. I am trying to work weight lift in certain parts of my body, because I am trying to form muscles and everything. So I'm working on my arms, I'm working on my legs, and I'm working on my butte. So, an idea of what you can eat. Any man-made
chicken, shrimp, fish, tilapia, bacon, ground beef, so many things like snacks. You can do almonds, pork rinds. You can do the Premier shakes. You can do the Len and Larry's protein cookies.
So on Saturday, let's say I wake up and I have breakfast. So I would either maybe eat chorizo, put some sugar-free ketchup and sour cream, and maybe some avocado and queso fresco, and maybe egg on the side. That would be like a meal. Or if I'm like want something a little bit sweet, I'll eat like the keto pancakes. Let's say for lunch, I'll have like a chicken salad, I'll have pork rinds on the side, or I'll have like a chicken stir fry. Just like there's so many mixture of things that you can have.
You can eat ice cream. You can eat a sugar-free ice cream. You can make yourself a mud pie.
So many things you could do, and I think that people lose sight of all the things that they're gonna not be able to eat as opposed to the beneficial things that they're gonna have at the end. Trust me, guys, like I've been so hard on myself these past couple days, these past couple weeks, just because it's so easy. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I feel like I'm very good at giving advice, and I'm my own worst critic. So I can sit there and tell you how to do everything and what to do and how to feel and what you shouldn't do. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be this and that. And then when it comes to me, I'm like, you should not have done that. You should not have ate that. Why did you do that? You just messed up your whole, like, what you worked so hard for. So when I was in Vegas for 2 weeks, I wasn't really that strict on myself. I did eat whatever I wanted and everything. And then when I came back, I felt like crap because I was like, you work so hard to get where you're at, and then look at what you just did. So I guilt tripped myself. And what you need to understand is that this is something that you are gonna fall off of. I mean, let's be realistic. There's gonna be a day where maybe you'll be with your family and they don't eat keto, and you're at a restaurant, or it's your brother's birthday, or it's your anniversary, and you want to just eat a burger with bun, or you want to eat, a tamale, you want to eat corn, whatever you want to eat. My one recommendation is do not, because this is where you're gonna mess up. Well, two things. Do not guilt trip yourself, because at that time you enjoyed it. You loved it, you ate it, you were happy, you enjoyed your time with whoever you spent it with. You were, for whatever reason, were satisfied at that moment. Okay? Do not guilt yourself after the fact, because you were happy. You're okay. After the fact, do not guilt yourself. You know what you do? You go to sleep, you wake up the next day, and you go twice as hard. That's it. Plain and simple. Second thing I would recommend for you not to do is do not go on the scale after you binged eat. That's my one word advice. I don't go on the scale anymore because every time I go on the scale, it would just decline me, and I would hate it because I would look at the number as opposed to looking at all the things that I'm doing. I would also recommend taking a lot of pictures every week, every month, every milestone, every single thing. I wish that I would have documented a lot more things on my journey this far, but that's why I'm giving advice to somebody else, so that they can know, like, this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do, what works for me. So I would document everything, just because, like, the before and after pictures are everything, because you look at yourself every day. So you might not see all these changes that all these other people are seeing, because they don't see you every day. So when they see you, they're like, damn girl, you be looking good. And I'm like, stop lying. But then you look at before and after pictures and you're like, shit, I can't believe it. I look like that. And now I look like this. Like, and don't be too hard on yourself. Like, that's one of my biggest things, is I'm too hard on myself, and I don't give myself that pat on the back for working so hard to get where I am right now. Because, so when I started this lifestyle change, I was at 230, almost like 240. And to me, like, when I had initially got on the scale, when I had did that, I was like, oh my God, like I can't believe that I let myself get there. So if you allow yourself to get there, then you can allow yourself to get to where you want to be. So now, like, I did step on the scale recently just to see, like, if it's going down. But so now I am 183. It's a significant difference. So on Instagram, I do post a lot of before and after pictures. I do post a lot of things. I do post my food, what I eat, my workout routine sometimes, what I do, what works for me, my fasting, all these things. I post a bunch of things. So if you want to follow my Instagram, go ahead and do it. It's Mommy on a Budget. So yeah, guys. And another thing is I read the book called Keto Clarity that helped me a lot in understanding the whole aspect of it, other people's point of views, how doctors look at it. It just helped a lot. And I got that one on Thrift Books used. I think I got it for like $3 or $4. So just go ahead and read that. Also, so how it works is that you're gonna consume, you're using your fat that is stored to burn the fat. So you're replacing everything. So you're not having carbs, so you're replacing it with good carbs like veggies, spinach, all these things. You're not using sugar, you're replacing it with sweetener. You're not using, so you're not going to drink soda. You don't probably drink like Diet Coke. You drink a lot of water. You have electrolytes. Coffee is your best friend. I use collagen. There's like tons of things that I can tell you, but I just wanted to summarize it into a really quick thing. Just know the end result is worth it. Just know that when you get to that finish line or your goal weight or whatever it is that you had envisioned for yourself when you had started this journey, just remember that feeling. And that feeling is going to get addicting because it's going to make you want more and work harder and hit the gym harder and be consistent and not be so hard on yourself, because as you go through it, you realize, well, you know, yeah, I did not eat a meal that I'm supposed to eat, but this is my life. It's not just something that I'm going to do one day and not do the next day. It's a lifestyle change, and I know that the benefits reap more than the negative aspects that people look at it. So that's all I have to say to you guys to benefit from it. I mean, it's so much easier for somebody to say like, oh, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna start, and then they don't do it, or they make up the excuse that like, oh, it's just too hard, or oh, I don't think I could give this up, or oh, you know, like all these things. Guys, if you are unhappy with yourself and unhappy with your body, the first thing to do is to fix it. So the only way you're going to be able to fix it if you figure out what the problem is. And if the problem is your weight and you're unhappy with your weight and the way you look in the mirror, then that's a sign that you need to change your lifestyle. Whether it'll change your lifestyle as in you don't have to do keto. You can do something else, or you can just go to the gym, or you can do this. But remember, there is people that I follow that are on keto and that don't go to the gym at all. But once again, if you want to see better results, you would be better off going to the gym, because you have to burn off more calories than you intake. So if you're intaking X amount of calories and you're not working out at all that day, then you're going to stay with those calories. So you're trying to burn off the calories that you're intaking, so that's why you go to the gym. This is what works for me. Like I said, there are other people that are on keto and they don't go to the gym at all and they look perfectly fine. But then there are people like me who want a plumpier butt, or want to tone their legs, or want to get muscles in their arms. That is why I go to the gym. It also is a benefit that it helps me lose weight as well. So, guys, do whatever works for you. Do your own research. Read books. Look up people's Instagrams that do keto. Search people. Google. Read. Do whatever. Take notes. Do whatever you have to do to figure out what works for you. Because there may be something else that works for you that this may not. So, in a nutshell, everybody's different. Do what works for you. Plain and simple. So I hope this helped some of you guys with some information that you guys wanted. I hope that you guys took something from it and will figure out what works for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in another one.